Okay.
So in this rough draft of chair massage, we're going to start with passive touch on the shoulders. Moving out into slow stroking. And then kind of a friction sweep. From there, we're going into pincher compression of the upper trapezius. And again, a friction sweep. Alternately, one could do this type of friction, but the research shows this is preferred. And then going to the deltoid with shoulder compression. And a friction sweep. So then moving to the back in a friction sweep. We're going to do palmar kneading on the opposite side. So you're standing to the side of the chair, starting in the low back, compress, 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 up to the shoulder and back down. And friction sweep, we're going to do the same thing on the other side, starting at the low back, compress, compress. Notice that by standing to the opposite side, it allows you to keep the angle of your wrist from being too sharp, like at a 90-degree angle. And friction sweep. So then we're going to do the palmar kneading where we walk down the back. But again, keep your distance from the back so as you get low, you still don't get a very severe angle at the low back. Okay, and then the friction sweep. And then the nerve stroke 3 times. And the friction sweep. And then digital kneading. All the way down, and again. And then our transition stroke of the friction sweep. I think I'm just going to do that twice before going into nerve compression. So the thumbs are about an inch to an inch and a half away from the spine. Sink in, move down an inch, sink in, move down an inch, sink in, move down an inch, sink in. So this is going all the way down the spine, very much like a shiatsu routine. As you get lower, you can back your back leg up so you have a better base of support. Notice that the thumbs are straight. They're not at a bad angle. Now to the end, going to do a friction sweep and repeat. And then as we finish this up, and again using our friction sweep as our transition stroke, we're going over to the neck, where we're going to do the petrissage. Again, for lack of a better term, it's a grasp and lift and pinch up into the neck. Standing around to the head of the table, getting up under the occiput, small circular motions in digital kneading with the fingertips. And then repeat that. And then as an option, you could end here or you could go to the arm routine. So I'm going to add the arm routine, but you could take it out coming down to the palm where you do palmar kneading, alternating your hands. You're going to do the fingers with that coin shuffle approach. You could do it just front to back, or if you had more time, as we do in our general massage routine, do it front to back and side to side. Either way is fine. So part of what determines how much you do is how much time do you have. And the thumb. And then going to the forearm for petrissage from the wrist to the elbow and back down. Switch hands, the wrist to the elbow and back down. And we could add even a friction sweep in there to make the transition up to the upper part of the arm, compressing. And you could alternate hands there as well. But the thing about a friction sweep on the arm is you do have to stabilize with your other hand. And then tractioning a little bit and shaking it out, standing up, coming around to the other side. To tie that together, do a couple of friction sweeps on the back. Come over to the other hand, palmar kneading. Fingers, the coin shuffle friction with a little traction. And the thumb. And then petrissage of the forearm. Like I said, we didn't write this down, but if you had a friction sweep in there before going up to the upper arm. And friction sweeping, kind of alternating and stabilizing, traction and shake. The arm back down. So now we're coming to the end of the routine, friction sweeping, and then percussion, starting with hacking. I usually go up and down one side, and up and down the other, and then tapping. Not that this is the only way to do it, and then spatting. And then clapping. And then I usually end with hacking also. Then going to the friction sweep. And ending up back at the shoulders with stroking. And ending with passive touch.